Hey guys, it's Tommy CM, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of Let's Build Alton Towers. As we saw in the last episode, we built Wicker Man, which is the GCI wooden coaster at the park, the latest attraction that was built in the park back in 2018. So yeah, if you didn't see the last episode, then I definitely recommend going to check that out. Now, in this episode, we're going to be continuing around this direction, just through here, and we're going to be heading around towards Katanga Canyon. Now, Katanga Canyon is the area of the park which is home to the river rapids and the runaway train. So that will be the sort of, the next few episodes coming up. This episode is just going to be sort of getting that walkway down there, because there's a bit of work to do down there. There's still a bit of work to do on the corner of Mutiny Bay just here, where we have the sea life sort of mini aquarium. I would call it an aquarium, but it's quite small for an aquarium inside, I think. But yeah, for the sea life place. And then you come down here and you have the, as I say, the river rapids and the runaway train. And then there's a few midway games. There's a restaurant at Katanga Canyon. So yeah, this episode is going to be getting Katanga Canyon. You see how many times I can say that without messing it up? It's brilliant. It's so hard to say. Katanga Canyon. Yeah, so this episode is just going to be setting that up, and then next episode will be either the River Rapids or the Runaway Train, and whichever I don't do in the next episode will be the following one. So yeah, see you shortly for an update on how that all comes together. Right then, update number 1. So, as we head out of Mutiny Bay, we get over to the Sea Life building. Now, I've not done the logo for this building yet, but this is a bit like it's like a mini aquarium. It's like a coral reef, like mini indoor coral reef kind of thing. Merlin Entertainment, who own Alton Towers, who own Thorpe Park, who own a lot of the parks and attractions all around the UK. Own a chain called Sea Life, which, as you can probably guess, is like kind of small aquariums indoors. Nothing great, nothing. There's no like killer whales or anything in there, but lots of indoor sort of stingrays, small sharks, etc. That sort of thing. But yes, I still need to do the logo for that, but I've got the building all set up. Over here we have the little takeaway building, really awkward shape. Need to tidy that up a little bit, but that's that. There's a little seating area just up here, and then if you drop down just here, there's a gate that leads out to the backstage area where the with the staff park, etc. And as you come around here, you get a nice big welcome to Katanga Canyon. So this is the start of Katanga Canyon. That's the rock sign that kind of meets you just there, and then in this little bit of water, you can pay and control a little boat and just drive a boat around for a little bit. So yeah, that's what I've got on with just there. Appreciate those boats aren't to great detail. However, I am sort of conscious at this point that the build counter being on 81%, and I've still got to get 2 more rides in here at least. I'm just trying to be a little bit careful with it. So, and obviously there's lots of trees to go in here. So I may come back and improve on them later on, but for now they work for me. So yeah, that's that. And then as you come down here, you've got a lot of lights and music greeting you as you come down here. It's a really small fence, but bushes, and it's just like a little stream there with a bit of a waterfall in the background just there. This is all the side of Wicker Man, and all the backstage area for that. That's the gate that leads you through to the backstage area, because that's the access road. If you remember from the last episode, that's the access road that takes you all the way around to the other side of it. So yeah, that's that little gate just there. Come down here, you've got a big sign up there saying that down here is the Congo River Rapids, Runaway Train, Pizza and Pasta, and Duel. So yeah, they will all be coming down this way. There's the lights going over the top. And again, this path is pretty much just kind of, it's a little bit quiet around this bit, other than music playing. I need to bring the speakers down here. But yeah, rocks, trees and fencing. That's what I've spent a lot of time doing just lately. And then you get here, and there's a fence, and you can look over into the Congo River Rapids, which I've obviously not built yet. That will be coming up in the next episode. I believe that'll be my next ride. It'll either be that or the Runaway Train, and it'll be one next week and the one, one in the next episode and one the episode after. But yeah, that's where the River Rapids will go. Get down here, you get to Katanga Cabin in Katanga Canyon. I could tell I just get that muddled around every time I say it. But yeah, this is just a little shop essentially. It's more of like a sweet shop. It's just like a hut you can go inside. But yeah, and then heading down here, you get round, and then you eventually get down to the main part of Katanga Canyon. Now I've put the track in a little bit for the River Rapids, just because I just want to know for kind of distances, etc. But I won't be bringing that path much further down before sort of building a bridge over, and then doing the main sort of open plaza area of Katanga Canyon. How many times do you think I can say Katanga Canyon without getting it wrong? I don't think I can do it many more times, so I'm going to stop now. So yeah, that's update number 1. It is a fairly short episode. There isn't, there's no like major ride going in. It's just a lot of tedious little work with rocks and trees, essentially, as you can probably guess by looking at that. But yeah, I'll continue with that, and I'll come back to you shortly when I have pretty much done the I'll say it for one more time. Katanga Canyon. There we go. Okie dokie. So, Katanga Canyon is ready. So let's head down that way. So first of all, we've got the entrance to the Sharkbait Reef Aquarium. I can't say the word sharkbait without thinking of the scene in Finding Nemo, the sharkbait hoo-ha scene. I hope that was a good impression. I don't think it was, but I don't care. So, moving on. Obviously, you saw the seating area, so I've just put the trees and bushes just kind of surrounding this area up here. I will be going back through and just putting like detailing on the lighting, etc., but I kind of want to do that all together so it kind of blends in. So that'll be all done kind of off camera before the final park tour. Obviously, you've seen the Katanga Canyon sign and the boat's just there. So heading down this way now towards Katanga Canyon itself. So there's the sign. Obviously, lots of lights, lots of music down here. All this custom fencing over the side. I've kind of drawn out a little bit of where the rapids are going. As I say, I don't know yet whether I'll be just doing the track or filling in part of the ground with water. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but that's my next problem to overcome. So yeah, moving down here, just lots of rocks and fencing down here. But I tried to mix it up. I didn't want the same rock just spammed over and over again. Try to mix it up a little bit, as you can hopefully see. Obviously the lighting and music. Now over this side, the River Rapids do come over this way and come under this bridge, and carry on their route down there. Obviously over here we've got some trees. There'll be some more bushes just here as I develop the River Rapids ride, but we will follow this bloke over the bridge. I've got in a couple of viewpoints. Now anybody who has been to Alton Towers will know the abandoned van that's like sat on the side of the water just there. So obviously couldn't build this without that. So yeah, and then there's a bit of a pool of water here, and this is what feeds the River Rapids ride. So yeah, that's all in there. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to thank MavsFam4 for this excellent, and I mean excellent probably doesn't even cover it. This is just superb. I asked Mavs if he would do me a massive favour, and he made this so quickly. He made it within like a day or two, and it's fantastic. It really, really is. I'll try and move to the side here, and if future me, when I'm editing the video, remembers, I will put a photo up with a real sign here, just so you can compare the two. So you can see how close he's got that. But yeah, no, absolutely love that. And I have to say, I did borrow the S and the I to make the S and the T on the Sharkbait Reef sign, because it's a similar sort of font. So yeah, thank you so much for that, Mavs. Massively appreciate that. So, but yeah, that'll obviously be coming up in either the next episode or the one after. So that's going off to the Congo River Rapids around here. So these obviously look a little bit bare at the minute, but obviously these are kind of associated with the rides. This is the shop that Katanga Canyon leads out into on the exit. So that will be developed a little bit further. There's some Midway games here. So I've just kind of used similar Midway games to what I've done previously. I'm not quite sure why there's a door there, but that can go. See, always ever the professional. Midway games, and then there's the strength test, which I've built. I hope you can tell what that is without me having to describe that to you. But yeah, there's my little mallet and the little strength test. I'm quite happy with that as a little game. But that's right next door to the entrance to the mine train, which goes here. So yes, between the mine train and the River Rapids, they are the next 2 episodes on the series. And finally, in Katanga Canyon, we have pizza and pasta. Now this is like a buffet restaurant. So what I've done here is I've built the restaurant as closely as I think I can accurately on the outside of the building, and then obviously just put some benches. There is paths in here, so the guests can come in, and I've put a shop in here just to kind of encourage them to come in here. But yeah, they will come through the door. I've tried to under the ground here. I've put some planters just to kind of block off the guests walking through the glass willy-nilly. Hopefully it directs them through the 3 sets of doors on the building. But yeah, that's what you sort of get on the top of the pizza and pasta building. And then the path leads around here. There's some gates, there's some backstage maintenance areas. There's like an access road that takes you around the edge, back round to the main entrance. And this path leads down to Gloomy Wood, which will be in another map, because, as you can see at the bottom, I'm at 86% on this map. This one surprised me. This one has surprised me how quickly this map has filled up. I don't feel like I've put a lot in. I feel like I did so much on the first map, with CBeebies Land, with Spinball Wizard, with Oblivion, with the Smiler, all of X Sector, the towers, all of that. Tower Street as well, and the main entrance. All of that went in the first one. I don't feel I put in that much in this one, but I think part of it is water. There's quite a bit of water in this one. I've got the towers up here, and if I want to get rid of them, that's 3%. And if we're going to Wicker Man, obviously we saw this in the Wicker Man episode, but if I delete Wicker Man, that saves me 9%. So, you're looking at 12% of the build is taken up by the Wicker Man itself and the towers. So, I kind of get why it's filled up a little bit. But I think with 14%, I will still be able to make the rapids and the runaway train. I may have to use the glitch a little bit, but I don't think I'll have to use it that much. So, yeah, that is Katanga Canyon. Appreciate there's no rides gone into that, but I hope you can kind of appreciate that there's a bit more work gone into just this, this length of path down here, and getting this area set up right. Unfortunately, it does take a long time to do that, so I felt it deserved its own episode. So, yeah, that is Katanga Canyon. If you have enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. We are cracking on now, and we've only got a handful of episodes left. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking Rapids, Mine Train, Duel, the Haunted House Ride, and Gloomy Wood. That'll all be together, and then obviously we've got Nemesis and Galactica down in Forbidden Valley. And once Forbidden Valley's done, and Duel, that's the park done. That's all we've got left after finishing off Katanga Canyon. So, there is still a few more episodes left, but not masses. So, yeah, we're certainly getting there. Certainly seeing the light at the end of the light at the end of the tunnel now. And I think I've run out of words to say about that. So, without further ado, we'll say goodbye. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. As I say, if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. And I will see you next time.